Hello, traders. It's 8:01 a.m. Chicago time on Wednesday, the 23rd of December, 2020. Thanks for showing up here today. The holiday season has definitely started. A lot of people have already taken off starting this earlier this week. Happy holidays to everyone. This is episode number 1905. Derivatives trading is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Thanks for tuning in again. This morning, as we look at the convergent trading summary sheet, we see that risk allocation or the allocation overnight is to risk on. We do see inflows to copper and silver as well, and the treasuries remain unchanged to slightly up. So all in all, money is just flowing into everything this morning, but not by much. The overnight inventory is still short 2.5%, 183,000 contracts traded, and about 40 points of range overnight on a multi-distribution profile. So that's where we stand today. The key elements this morning are relate to President Trump's threatening to not sign the COVID bill that was passed yesterday and wants bigger stimulus checks, which is a bit of a plot twist here, as the Republicans have pushed for less money directly to citizens, and the Democrats have pushed for more. And finally, after wrangling for what now 4 weeks or something, we finally get a bill that's worth $892 billion, which is a pretty big bill, but not all that great. But POTUS has decided that he may not be signing it unless more money's allocated. So, no Brexit trade deal yet, as serious issues remain. The United Kingdom and the EU have not finalized the deal. As this split goes on, we have 8 days left for things to take place. Otherwise, Jan 1st, we have a no-deal Brexit. There are truckers that are stranded in the UK and cannot move back, cannot leave as a result of the blockade. So that's what that is. The market dipped overnight. The market dipped overnight and has recovered, but overall, we're looking very, very much like we did yesterday. Again, overnight inventory is about even, 183,000, probably more. Currently, 186,000 have traded. And if you recall yesterday, kind of a surprise day yesterday, the way it played out, it didn't at all attack the high, which was extremely weak. So if you recall, yesterday we had this really awful looking high, a very much rounded flat top here at 95. And the expectation yesterday on both ends is we either dip down towards the prior point of control, then push the high, consolidate in the 3700, attempt to push towards 3711 and fall off into the close, or push the high immediately to about 3702 or so, and then come back to the open and then test lower into the point of control and close down low. In either case, we were looking yesterday for higher high, higher low. None of that worked out yesterday. We opened up and we were completely sideways. Completely sideways for almost 2 hours. Finally poked the point of control to the upside, and then came back down, and then we had a nice little impulse down. See, this is the first impulse of the day right here. A nice impulse down, which was completely taken back to the high again. Really odd behavior yesterday. Look at this profile. Completely Gaussian, completely balanced inside of the prior day. We did put in a higher low, but we did not manage to take out that 95 high. We topped out at 89, which leaves us with the high of Monday plus the week overnight high at 95, still open for the session. And as the market was completely sideways yet again, just like the day before, what do we have? We have a delta that's starting to accelerate to the upside. So as the market sits sideways, the aggressors are still the buyers here. And so to me, this is a continued indication that this is balancing out for a further high. The 3,700 is very vulnerable. Look at what we did yesterday. We built a point of control on top of the prior day's point of control. Here's the prior day's point of control. Here's yesterday's point of control. Same spot. We basically held the upper distribution, tested down into the key low volume node, the neckline, during the session with this break lower, and we ended up finishing right on top of the point of control, complete balance. And that's where we finished. On the reopen, we started to move up off of the 6 p.m. Eastern open, and then immediately the news from Trump came down, and then we went into this consolidation before we broke higher and started to recover. The Europeans came in right in here, and since then we have made a rounded top yet again. Again, same thing as yesterday morning, a rounded top, okay, and a weak high. This is likely to blast through. I mean, the odds for this holding are pretty low. Why? Because we're not creating an excess up there. We're not creating a rejection. We're trading the heck out of that high, and to some people that's a double top. It's strong. It's likely to hold. But to anyone who monitors the volume profile and understands the auction, this is a lack of rejection, and so the market is likely to test through. In other words, the market has not moved higher. The market did not want to move higher, or did not move higher, but it did not reject these high prices, so it's likely to push through. Okay, so yes, that's what I said. I said that Trump believed that there wasn't enough money paid out to the in checks and stimulus checks. That's exactly what I said. Didn't say he wanted less for people. You heard something else. So so that's where we stand overnight. 187,000 traded, multi-distribution profile. This creates, unfortunately, this is in the overnight session. It gets wiped away very quickly after the reopen. But we have a very clear structure for the market open. Again, the inventory is balanced, but we have three clear distributions. You know, once it gets through this 78, 70, remember 77, 78 area. We've been playing with this for quite some time. Once we get through, then we are likely to push into this this 72 area. If it does not hold the 72 area, it is likely to push to 66. If it doesn't hold the 66, it's likely to go to 62, and so on and so forth. But to me, again, I'm going to stick my neck out just like I did yesterday with this rounded top and this weak high and say that the overnight high is likely to be taken out. Yesterday did not take out the overnight high or low. This day did not take out the overnight high or low. This day did not take out the overnight high or low. Very, very low probability that this would happen. The overnight high or low test is likely to test the higher low with about a 98% probability during the day session. Okay, so again, let's step back and look at what we are looking for today, or we're looking for in the big picture. What we're looking for in the big picture, again, is the one-time framing on the weekly got broken on Monday. Tuesday held above the mid of the session, and we are likely to tackle this high. So we established one-time framing down yesterday in that we put in the 1850 all-time high, lower high, lower high, and this is likely to run through, in my opinion, run through the 3700 here, with the delta continuing to rise. You can see the delta coming up on a daily basis down here. So I'm not going to mortgage my house and bet everything I've got on the long, but look at this run, shallow pullback on a weak high, and it is likely to continue higher into 3700 at least. So that's where we stand today. What are we looking for today's session? I'd first like to remind you, this will be the last reminder, that tonight at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, we're having a fireside chat with the CT head traders. These are the guys that are commenting in the Head Trader channel and experienced traders. We're just going to do a casual kind of holiday get together, and it's open to anybody and everybody who'd like to join. Go to the URL is the number 2 ct.pro/CT Fireside 2020 to attend. Again, go to ct.pro/CT Fireside 2020 to attend. Even if you don't attend, be sure to register. You will get a copy of the recording. It'll be sent to you if it's too late for you to watch. So that's where that stands. Let's take a look at what's expected for today. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow, not going to be doing a trader bite. I'm going to take a break, so there will not be a trader bite tomorrow. I will not be here. Again, we'll be on tonight till about 8 p.m. Eastern or so, or 7 p.m. Eastern or so. So tomorrow I'm off. I'm going to spend time with the family, and don't expect to have a trader bite tomorrow. Okay. So what are we expecting for today? Here we go. Primary scenario is exactly the same as yesterday. The expectation is, we got a lower high so far. The expectation is an open auction. We do have one-time framing up on the 30-minute. You can see the higher lows here. Expecting an open auction, a dip, and then I'm looking for it to push the 90, push the 95, push the 3700, consolidate, squeeze into 3702, and then fall off and hold steady at or just underneath the 3700. That's the primary scenario today. Secondary, an open that immediately squeezes the 90.75 high overnight, taking that out, consolidate, take out the 95, push the 3700, come back, consolidate before starting to squeeze later in the session, and I expect it to close above 3700 in that situation. There's a third scenario, which is an open test down, drive up, and the open test down, drive up, even though we are not out of balance here, the open test down, drive up pushes us 3700, and then we start to squeeze into, let me turn on my stock zones, squeeze into this open area and into the 37.1150, 37.12, where I expect some pretty decent resistance to exist up there. Okay, the three scenarios are really pushing to the upside. We did have a lower low in the overnight session, but the market clearly rejected this area, formed a triple distribution, so there's a lot to deal with below. In terms of support. So to me, this looks heavily skewed to the buy side. Again, anything can happen, but these are the three scenarios I'm looking at for today. The fourth is an open test up, break the high, the overnight high, and then push down, drive down, getting us into the middle distribution, and then we go completely sideways in the 71, 72 area before falling into 65 and holding steady into the session. So that's what we have. Again, tomorrow, no trader bite. I'm off. And tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern is the fireside chat. Join us. It'll be a great conversation, very casual. We'll talk about the journey of trading, some stories from the past. Good luck, and I'll catch you there. Take care.